Hey guys, what's up, Holy Rollers? This is Bradley Burdett with the roll call, and this is your 5 minute round. Hey guys, before we start, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. I'd love to hear your comments, feedback, other things, topics that you guys would like to hear. Today, guys, I want to ask a question to all my grapplers out there to start. Are you a stand-up guy or are you a guard puller? This is a hot topic at the moment in the BJJ game. Stand-up guys like to knock the guard pullers. And then you have the guard pullers like Mikey out there saying this is a legit part of the game. And I agree with both. I think they're both legitimate. Two different perspectives, but two different opinions. Both are effective in competitions, really, depending on the skill set, right? I have two bad knees, so I tend to be very cautious when I stand up, particularly in competitions, but I also don't just sit to my butt. So it's really just depends on your skill set. Generally, though, you fall in one camp or the other, and you work your game around it. Rarely do we see do you see somebody kind of going between both of them or wavering between the two? And I want to talk about this idea of wavering. There's a story in 1 Kings chapter 18 that should challenge every believer about not wavering between God and the world. And the story, we see Elijah challenging the prophets of Baal in the Old Testament. It's an Old Testament duel, essentially. It's their gods against Elijah's God, the one true God. And verse 20 says this. This is what Elijah says to Ahab. First of all, it says, so Ahab summoned all the people of Israel and the prophets to Mount Carmel. Then Elijah stood in front of them and said, how much longer will you waver, hobbling between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, then follow him. But the people were completely silent. This isn't just an Old Testament story. This is a very timely message for Christians today. And those in the world, they've made their choice. They've not confessed to make Jesus the Lord of their lives. Yet Christians, when we start this relationship with Christ, we're saying, Jesus, you are my Lord. You're the Lord of my life. My life is no longer my own. But how many of us Christians still waver between the lordship of the world and Jesus' lordship in our lives? Elijah said, if the Lord is God, follow him. Essentially, he's saying, if you've committed your life to Christ, follow him. Stop straddling the fence. Jesus said you can't serve two masters. He's talking about money there, but it's really the money is just a sign up for the world. And so he's saying you can't serve the world and the Lord at the same time. So the question I'm asking to the holy rollers out there is, who are you serving? It's a question only you can answer. However, Jesus also said, we shall know them by their fruit. Do you have fruit in your lives? The fruit of the Spirit, or is it the fruit of the world? Because you're going to produce something. So it's something to think about. And I think we should all self-evaluate and answer that question. Who are we serving? This is Bradley Burdett with the roll call. Heed the call.